Have you ever been so stuffed after a giant meal that you can barely move? And in an attempt to solve the problem of your discomfort, your brain tells you, you know what would make you feel better? Eating another slice of pie, even though that slice of pie is only going to make you even more full. Or have you ever had so many things on your to do list that you feel overwhelmed by all of them? And in an attempt to solve the problem of your overwhelm, your brain tells you, you know what would make you feel better? Spending an hour ignoring your to do list and scrolling on social media. Even though you're only going to feel more overwhelmed an hour later when you still have the same amount of stuff to do and now one less hour in which to get it done. Or have you ever made a mistake at work and felt like you weren't very good at your job? And then, in an attempt to make you better at your job, your brain tells you, you know what would help you improve and motivate you to improve? A massive list of all the things that you're not good at in your job, and all the evidence that you can't hack it here, and all the ways that everyone else is ahead of you. Even though all that list really does is sap your motivation to improve and make you feel like not doing anything. Now, if your brain gets into these seemingly illogical cycles, don't worry. You are not crazy and there is nothing wrong with you. All that's happening is a protective mechanism circuit in your brain, which is supposed to fire once, solve the problem, and then turn off, has accidentally gotten stuck in a loop where it keeps setting itself off again and again. So here's what your brain thought would happen when it fired these circuits. It thought, when it comes to feeling really full, it thought it would be like, uh-oh, we've detected discomfort. That's step one. Therefore, please eat pie. And once you've eaten pie, the discomfort is eliminated and the circuit can turn off. Or when it comes to being overwhelmed, your brain thought it would be like, step one, uh-oh, we've detected overwhelm. Okay, go scroll Instagram. And then overwhelm will be eliminated and the circuit can turn off. Or when it comes to doing something wrong at work, your brain thought it would be like, step one, uh-oh, we've detected a need for improvement. So what we're going to do is deliver you a swift kick in the pants to motivate you to improve by giving you a list of things you're doing badly. And that will jumpstart your motivation to improve, and then the circuit can turn off because the problem has been fixed. But here's what's actually happening when your brain fires these circuits, because they're not just firing once, solving the problem, and turning off. What's actually happening is that the circuit goes into a cycle. So when it comes to eating that pie, it starts with, uh-oh, we've detected discomfort. Go eat pie. Then the pie creates more discomfort. So it goes back to, uh-oh, we've detected discomfort. Go eat pie. And the pie creates more discomfort. And so it goes back to, uh-oh, we've detected discomfort. Go eat pie. Then the pie creates more discomfort again and again and again. And this is when you find yourself saying, oh my God, guys, take this pie away from me. I can't seem to stop eating it, even though I'm already stuffed. Or when it comes to being overwhelmed, it starts with, uh-oh, we've detected discomfort. Go scroll Instagram. But then scrolling Instagram and avoiding your list creates more overwhelm. And so your brain says, uh-oh, we've detected overwhelm. Go scroll Instagram. And then that creates more overwhelm. And your brain says, uh-oh, we've detected overwhelm. Go scroll Instagram. And that creates more overwhelm again and again and again. And that's what it feels like to be in a procrastination hole. When you want to stop procrastinating and continuing to scroll and continuing to avoid your list actually feels just miserable, but you also feel like you can't stop. Or let's talk about how this happens when you make a mistake at work. Your brain starts with, uh-oh, we've detected a need for improvement. Let's give you a swift kick in the pants and motivate you to improve by giving you a list of things that you're doing badly. But then all that does is make the need for improvement seem even bigger. And so then your brain says, uh-oh, we've detected a need for improvement. Let's give you a swift kick in the pants and motivate you to improve by giving you a list of the things that you're doing badly. But again, all that does is make the need for improvement seem even bigger. And so your brain's like, uh-oh, we've detected a need for improvement. Let's give you a swift kick in the pants and motivate you to improve by giving you a list of things that you need to do better. And that makes the need for improvement seem even bigger again and again and again. And when that happens, that's what it feels like to be in an anxiety spiral, where one thing going wrong sends your brain down the rabbit hole of everything that's going wrong with you and with your life. And you end up feeling so terrible about yourself that you have no motivation to improve on anything. So every single one of these circuits is genuinely trying to fire once and solve the problem and turn off. And all that's happening is that they're accidentally getting stuck in a loop of their own making. They keep setting themselves off again and again. And that's why you get caught in a procrastination hole or an anxiety spiral or a why can't I stop eating moment. Now, here is the lucky thing about this whole situation. You are not the circuit. The circuit is just one thing that is happening inside of you. So here's the first micro step that I want you to take the next time this happens to you, and it will happen to you again. The one micro step I want you to take is to step outside the circuit. Step back from being fully informed in this circuit that's spinning around like a washing machine on a spin cycle. Step back and become the observer and notice, oh, this is what's really happening right now, is that this circuit keeps firing inside my brain. I see what it's doing. I see it going around and around. I see it trying to set itself off again and again. Yep, I'm watching the circuit right here in my brain. And nothing is actually going wrong outside of me. I'm not actually in any danger or under any threat. And nothing's actually going wrong with my brain. My brain is functioning totally normally for having this circuit right now. I'm just here, being the watcher, watching the circuit go off. That is step one. And sometimes that is the only step that you need to feel better and get back to doing the things that you want to do. And sometimes you are going to want more than just step one. Sometimes, even after you've stepped outside the circuit and you're watching it spin around on its own, you'll say something like, okay, but I'd like to break this circuit and I'd like to make it stop spinning around so fast. Or you might say, well, I'd like to activate another circuit and have that one drive my behavior instead of this one. Or you might even say, I feel like I have multiple competing circuits in my brain right now, and I want to figure out which one's right and which one I should be listening to. All of that is what we do in coaching. We notice which circuit is running in your brain right now. We step outside that circuit and we observe the result that it's creating again and again. And then we get the circuits running that you want to be running in your brain. The ones that feel calm and grounded and tell you, I can handle this. The ones that make it easy and intuitive to do the things you want to do. The ones that bring out the best version of you, and the ones that automatically create the life that you want to be living. So I want you to come talk to me, and let's first off just figure out which mental circuits are keeping you stuck right now, and then make a plan to start rewiring those circuits. The link to book a free consult call and make that plan with me is above. And if you're not totally sure what coaching really looks like, if it's not totally clear to you what happens in a session and how exactly we find these circuits and how exactly we break them and activate new ones, all that stuff, you can always get a free sample of coaching by booking an anonymous public coaching session with me. It's totally free. We can hop on and just coach on whatever you want to coach on. The link to book a free coaching session with me is above.